Hello everyone, here is a question from electrochemistry. What is the value of E0 cell when Fe3 plus becomes Fe0? If Fe3 plus is becoming Fe0, that means it requires 3 moles of electrons, isn't it? It has to gain 3 moles of electrons so that it can become Fe0. So this is reduction. So here we need to figure out what is the reduction potential when Fe3 plus becomes Fe0. What is given is Fe3 plus becoming Fe2 plus, that requires 1 mole of electrons, and it is also given when Fe2 plus becomes Fe0, that requires 2 moles of electrons. So let us say this is delta G naught 3. So therefore this is delta G naught 1 and this one is delta G 2 naught. So this means this is a sum of these two values, and we know that delta G standard is equal to minus NF E naught of the cell. So where N is the number of moles of electrons, so this is 3 moles of electrons, and F is the Faraday constant, and E cell standard is the reduction potential. So therefore this will be minus 3 times Faraday constant E3 standard, that is equal to minus 1 times Faraday constant times E1 standard minus 2 times Faraday constant E2 standard, and therefore that will be equal to minus 1 times Faraday constant times E1 standard is given as 0.77 volt and minus 2 times Faraday constant times, and E2 standard is given as minus 0.44 volt. So this minus and this minus would become plus. So therefore this will be equal to minus 3 times Faraday constant times E0 3 is equal to minus 0.77 volt times Faraday constant plus 0.88 volt times Faraday constant. Faraday constant is common, therefore we can cancel that. Therefore minus 3 E3 standard is equal to 0.11 volt. Therefore E3 standard is equal to minus 0.11 volt divided by 3. We can't divide 1 by 3. So 0. 11 by 3 is 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 remaining 2. We can't divide once again. Put a 0. It would become 20. So 6 times 3 is 18. Therefore 6 remaining 2. So this will be keep going. Therefore this will be equal to minus 0.04 volt. Therefore E3 standard is equal to minus 0.04 volt. So this means option A is correct.